everyone, and welcome to my channel. And today I'll be reading A Scary Music Listener by me. So let's get into it. Tighnari was very bald, and that was something that you liked very much. It made you comfortable in your relationship, and it also just kind of got rid of all the things that had to do with hiding and just hesitation in general. Most of the time, if Tighnari wanted something, he was bold enough to say it, and get it too. And most of the time he was right to say it, because you too would want it as well. And as for the situation, you just wanted to cuddle with him, and sleep with him on the same bed. You and Tighnari have been dating for a while now, and though you lived together, your house had 2 rooms, and you slept in them separately. And that was fine. That didn't bother you too much. You understood. But sometimes you just couldn't help yourself but want to sleep with him in the same room, just like how most couples do. You wanted to give it a shot, to try, and if it doesn't actually go well, then that's fine too. You would be able to understand. All you wanted was just one shot at this. However, you were not Tighnari, and you were not as bold as he is, or able to be as honest as he is. Sometimes the fact that he was so bold made you nervous, because what if you say something that annoys him? Will he be so honest as to hurt you with his own opinion? You honestly just can't risk it and try. You won't be able to handle it if he says something hurtful to you. And that's why, for the most part, you decide to endure, hoping that you will also suggest that idea one day. But it never happens. Weeks go by, and he doesn't ask for that once. Little did you know that he too was thinking about it, and just thought that you were more comfortable this way. And it kept being that way until you had a nightmare, and came to his room one night. Tighnari, could I sleep with you? You had asked, looking close to tears already, and he nodded immediately, taking you in his arms, and promising you that you're safe, that you're fine. There's no reason to be trembling, and to feel so scared. And as he sets you down on the bed, he tried asking you what happened, and what you saw in the dream. And after a little bit of hesitation, and some coaxing from him, you end up telling him everything. And honestly, he can't help but feel bad as he soothes you, hoping he'd let you come into his room sooner, because honestly, he didn't seem to mind it so much. Do you want to sleep here? He then asks, and you nod quickly, relieved for the offer, and wrapping your arms around him tightly. I need you. Please don't leave me right now, was all you said, and he took it completely to heart, making you sleep so close to him as he holds you, kissing your forehead and your hair, treating you like you were a princess. And little did you know, it really wasn't that easy to sleep. So, that was why, 30 minutes later, you were sitting on his lap as he kissed you. It seemed like the two of you were distracted from the main goal of being able to sleep, and were now making out. You were honestly whimpering from how intense the kisses were, telling him to slow down and be more patient, but Tighnari sadistically refuses, holding you closer and putting a hand in your hair. What's the magic word, huh? Daddy, would you please stop? And that's when he smirks, letting you go, and as you blush brightly, you're honestly too embarrassed to show your face, so you buried your face into his neck, letting him stroke your back soothingly. He honestly thinks his job is well done, right here, 'Cause if you're so distracted as seeing bears with kisses, then it definitely meant that you had forgotten all about that nightmare. And that was what he was working to do in the first place. So even if he had done it a little bit more differently than most, it really didn't change a thing. Because the only thing that really mattered was the fact that you were feeling okay now. And after you calmed down and stopped blushing and breathing heavily, you settled on top of him, and he just held you gently in his arms, stroking your back still and wrapping his tail around you, securing you in his hold, making you feel safer than you've ever been. Honestly, why didn't you ask for this earlier? Being in Tighnari's arms feels like being in heaven. It made you so warm, so sleepy, and feels so safe and protected to a degree you've never known. To you, he was like a magical prince, keeping all the nightmares and evil thoughts at bay, all with his hold, and with him being close to you, like he was your guardian angel at night. You were definitely not going back to your room anytime soon. And honestly, it wasn't like Tighnari wanted you to go. And in the morning, when you wake up, with a soft kiss on the cheek and a smile from him, bright enough to make the sun look back at doing his job, you honestly can't help but tear up, smiling as he kisses you, and melting into the soft kisses that you receive. And since the two stayed up late, and he knows that your sleep was not that good, he ends up making you breakfast on bed. Can you imagine? Honestly, you cannot wish for a better boyfriend no matter how much you try. Because Tighnari is simply the best out there, even with all the weird kinks sometimes. Because no matter what, after everything, you know that he loves you. And no matter what happens in the world, you will always be priority to him. So with that, you can rest easy, knowing well that you have captured his heart, the same down way that he captured yours.